Welcome to the world's fastest growing podcast that interviews random Todds and asks them unpredictable questions in a series of wacky segments.
Here at the Toddcast, we believe every Todd has a story, and we want to hear it. All right, welcome in everybody to another episode of the Toddcast. Today, from corn emoji to the palm tree emoji, I found that on your Instagram bio. This is Todd Munson. Check out the other emojis in his Instagram bio, at the Munson. Let me guess. So, was corn Nebraska?
Yes, Nebraska.
And the palm tree has to be sunny Cali.
Yeah. Los Angeles.
All right, I knew it. Well, I kind of cheated the second time. I didn't. The corn, yeah, the corn gave it away. Obviously, Nebraska, the Corn Huskers, you know. But what about the I'm gonna take this real quick. What about the other emojis? I see the squirrel. You got the squirrel emoji in there.
We have squirrels in our backyard that are regular, like my little buddies, especially with quarantine.
Oh, nice.
Got one that. It's kind of internet famous named Little Nuts. And he's out there to greet me every morning because I give him breakfast. Yeah. Usually between the hours of 7:30 to 10 a.m., depending on when I roll out of bed. And
nice.
Sometimes he's not above actually knocking on the window to see where I'm at.
Little Nuts is bold.
Yeah, I built him a squirrel picnic table back in the early days of everything being shut down.
Oh, so he's living lavish.
He is, but he fell out of a palm tree in our
backyard
yesterday.
Oh,
he dropped like 50 feet. And
goodness, is he?
But squirrels apparently have, between their low bone density and their high drag fur, they can really slow down. So he luckily missed the fence that he could have landed on, and just before I even ran over there, he bounced up and ran back up the tree. He was like beefing with another squirrel.
Well, dang. Well, that's pretty interesting. I'm glad to hear Little Nuts made it through that, and he's back. Yeah, it sounds like it.
Having breakfast, and she's like, "Oh, he's falling out of the tree." So
what's his go-to breakfast?
Do little birdseed mix, and then that's for other birds, and then a couple of almonds. Throw some almonds.
Okay, that's nice. I thought you were putting like a donut out there or something.
No. Keep it
like a donut with like birdseed on it.
We've got these birds called scrub jays in our yard that are
scrub jay.
Yeah, they're sort of like blue jays but different. They're sort of like a blue mockingbird.
Oh, okay.
And they show up and scoop up the almonds and stash them around our yard. It's kind of funny where they'll hide things. I think we probably have 1,000 almonds in the shingles of our house.
Oh, nice. Well.
That's one of their hiding spots.
Sitting on an almond gold mine. Congrats.
Yeah.
So, those things are expensive.
Costco bags, face them out. It's only a few almonds a day. I don't like make them. But they show up right away, and there's two that'll squawk at each other to be like, "Hey, that guy's up in the yard. Let's go." I'm right in.
Oh, man. Well, yeah, that's a solid way to start, but I think we can roll into the next segment. You think so, Michael?
Were there other emojis? I'm sorry.
The baseball one I can see. I mean, you're a Dodgers fan.
Dodger fan, yeah.
That's not good. You can do better than that. But yeah, I see the donut. There's a pizza.
Yep.
Movie reel, and some Z's. And a bike.
So yeah, semi-retired competitive cyclist.
Semi-retired.
Semi-retired.
Wow. So you
I had a bout of laziness a couple years ago and just kind of stopped racing. But then,
okay.
I don't know.
Just a bout of laziness. It's
bout
soon.
Of laziness. Kind of
soon shall pass.
Yeah.
So, you'll be back in it soon.
All right. Well, let's jump in and hear a little bit more about you in the next segment.
Yes.
Once upon a Todd.
All right, once upon a Todd. So this is your time to shine here, Todd. Let us know who you are and what do you want the listeners to know.
Okay, this is the part where I always brick it because I'm so bad about explaining myself. My name's Todd Munson. I grew up in Grand Island, Nebraska. It's Nebraska's third largest city. Went to college at the University of Nebraska and picked the right time to go there for 5 years because they won their 3 national titles while I was there. So that was
back when they were good.
Back when they were good.
Yeah, I remember those.
We're on year 20 of getting relevant again, but it's fine. Just sort of
right there with you.
Soul crushed. Who's your team?
I'm a Tennessee Volunteers fan, so
oh, nice.
we were good around the same time Nebraska was good, and we haven't been good since.
Yeah, I remember
it's been
Jason Peter sacking Peyton Manning a few times.
Yeah.
Wonderful. That was a good time.
Yeah.
But after college, I moved out to Los Angeles to pursue a writing career and kind of stumbled into stand-up comedy because the writing career wasn't going anywhere. And then the stand-up kind of vitalized the writing career a little bit. And then from there, so just stand-up and screenwriting. And the last few years, I've been doing a lot of social media content for movies and TV shows and a bunch of other random things. That was something I kind of stumbled into. Again, I've basically just been Forrest Gumping my way through life. It's a good way to put it. And somehow, after 20 years of living in LA, I'm married. We've got a house, 2 cats, and I have the weirdest, most unexplainable career. And we can get into that with the I think the best way to describe how obscure my career is one time my wife and I were visiting my mom. She when she retired, she moved back to her hometown in Wisconsin, and we went to go get lunch one day, and this lady walks in who I never met her before. She was a friend of my mom's, and she sees us having lunch, and she's like, "Dolly, is this your son?" And she's like, "Yeah." And she's like, "I've never met a brain surgeon before." My little brother's a brain surgeon. So I was just like, "No, I'm the other one." And right in front of us, this lady goes, "Dolly, you never told me you had 2 sons."
Oh no!
So I've got a younger brother who's a neurosurgeon, and the whole town knows about him. But then my mom's excuse or her reasoning was that I can't explain what you do. So
you just don't exist.
Don't exist.
Yeah. So I don't tell people about you.
Yeah. So
goodness.
That's how that works. And then when we got back to her house, she called me into her bedroom and emptied her purse and gave me all the money she had because she felt so bad. So it was like this random assortment of bills. I think she made me take like $68 or something.
It sounds like you made it out there.
Yeah. So that's basically it, I guess. So I don't know. I just do a horrible job of explaining what I do. If my wife was up here right now, she'd be like slapping me upside the head and telling me to tell you guys other stuff, but I'm sure it'll come out. So
tell us. Does she need to come in there and smack you on the head?
No.
Should we call her in there?
She'd probably be at home. I think she's still working. She worked like our house is like a wacky workplace sitcom now because we work full time at home. So,
I don't see how hasn't become like a sitcom yet. Like the
I'm
working
sure it would
from
be
home.
like we literally bump into each other in the kitchen.
There's some zany interactions.
Yeah, my office is upstairs. She's taken over the dining room table and walked down and be like, "Hey, what's going on?" Like whatever. And today I didn't know she's on a Zoom video call, but I kind of walked into frame and offered her some crackers. So, got these new crackers that Costco is really excited about. So we gotta try.
Yeah,
these are great.
Got these new crackers. Check these things out.
So walk in like a full suit, like you're a waiter.
Yes.
On a like
a silver platter.
Tray. Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Go like the crackers,
cheeses, and jellies and jams.
Yeah, a little
so fancy.
Board. She'd appreciate that.
Or just a can of cheese.
Yeah.
Can of cheese, spray cheese. Yeah,
that'd be better.
Just right in the mouth hole. Yeah. So we saw you do the podcast.
Yeah. I have a podcast called The Movie Fort. You can find it at themoviefort.com. And it's a collection of random guests who come over to hang out in the tree fort we have at the top of our backyard and watch a classic movie. And just the podcast lasts as long as the movie. So they're kind of epic episodes, but kind of thing. Like if you wanted to, you could listen along. So
right. That's pretty cool. Like no one could do that with our podcasts unless they want to. Just find a random Todd and sit there and listen to it with. Yeah. Just like, oh, what's your name, Todd? Come listen to this podcast with me.
Yeah. What? But this is hilarious. Thanks for having me on.
We thank you for having yourself on.
Did you make the Ford? Did you make the Ford house yourself?
No, it came with our house.
Ooh.
And buying a house in LA is a process. And when we used to live, my wife and I, we used to live in a duplex. And for the last couple of years, a woman who owned it lived above us. Like she lived there. So she was a real estate agent, but she was like, my sister's retiring. So you're getting evicted, but in like 6 months, and I'll help you find a house. It's time for you to buy a house. And it was literally for 6 months, every weekend it was open house.
Oh, wow.
And the last week of like, we either need to find a house or just get an apartment or whatever, we finally we locked it in. So, but it's stressful. You know, that was like kind of like a
process, man.
Fire of adulthood right there. But,
right.
I was kind of ambivalent to whatever we were looking at because my wife works in architecture and she's the brains of the operation and has all the taste in our relationship.
Yeah.
So I was kind of along for it. But then when we saw that our house now, and it's like, it has a tree fort in the backyard with a bar and TV and everything else. We're like, we need this house. This
awesome.
is the one.
If you're interested in renting that out, let me know.
Yeah, for sure. Like if Tennessee, for whatever reason, ever makes the college football playoff and gets into the Rose Bowl,
there we go.
You can crash up there. It's like
I'll crash
up there. It has everything you need except for a toilet, but there's bushes.
You should just like put it on Airbnb.
You can't. I tried that.
Oh, really?
And that you can't. Thing too, where my wife was so annoyed. So I'm like, we're going to Airbnb this. It's going to be amazing. And then as soon as her friends saw it, that was the first thing they said. So I felt vindicated.
Yeah. Exactly. You're like, take that.
It needs to have running water, but we can fix that. But
bring a hose up there.
Was built by the previous owner, and he was a naval aviator.
Oh.
And my favorite movie of all time is Top Gun.
Yes, so good.
I found out these two, like the first time we looked at the house, we didn't see the garage, and I'm just looking through like the open house and stuff. It's like, I think I'd be friends with whoever lives here, you know. And then the second time we came back to look at it, the real estate agent let us look in the garage to see what it was like, and I saw a name on a plaque, like a baseball award, and the guy we bought the house from was a naval aviator who went to the Naval Academy in Annapolis and played minor league baseball. So once I kind of figured those out, I'm like, we're getting this house. I can work.
It's a pretty cool dude. Yeah.
We totally broke down. And by broke down, it was just me geeking out. Like, okay, so what was it like landing on an aircraft carrier?
Yeah, right.
But he built it up, and he had originally, it had like a Polynesian theme, like South Pacific.
Yeah.
And I was like, we're going to change some things up. But he ended up leaving a couple of his Navy things behind. And so when we moved in, I'm like, hey, I found these things in the fort. Just want to make sure you meant to leave them behind. Otherwise, I'll send them to you. And he's like, no, they're for you. And I'm like, okay, cool. And then
that's pretty cool.
We renamed the place the Danger Zone, sort of in honor of Top Gun. And it's
you play just Kenny Loggins all the time up there.
Yeah.
so much Kenny Loggins.
So, we live up in the hills a bit, and our backyard just all hillside, so it's kind of a dangerous walk up and down, especially if you're a little drunk. So Danger Zone comes from.
I like it. That's pretty sweet.
It's fun. So
yeah,
it's just pretty stupid. We're like, hey, you want to come out and hang out in my tree fort? We're adults. This is cool.
Hey, there's no shame in that. A lot of adults need some tree fort movie time.
Yeah,
I think that they're missing out on it. That's why adults are so stressed.
Yeah, no,
lack of tree forts and lack of classic movies.
Yeah,
and lack of little nuts.
Little nuts.
sounds like a rapper.
Yeah,
it probably is a rapper.
It's little apostrophe NUTZ. So little nuts.
Yeah, but, he was on a song with. I think him and Little Peep or little Baby or whatever. They're all little. Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
Lil Wayne featuring Lil Nuts.
Get on the ones
Lil
and
Nuts.
twos.
Yeah, Lil Nuts on the track. All right.
I hope you guys just are okay with what you signed up for on this one.
This is we're okay with everything. This is our lives now. We have no say in what happens anymore.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I think that's going to roll us into the next segment there.
What if Todd was one of us?
Oh, this kind of goes with the movie. He's a movie guy, so
he is a movie guy.
Your situation.
Yeah. This has happened to me, Todd. This is basically where we give you a scenario where that I've been through. And I want to know, what would you have done in this scenario?
Okay, so, I like these a lot. So.
Perfect. So I was watching a movie with a group, and a friend in the group decided to Google like an hour and a half into the movie what happens at the end of the movie, and then basically blurted out this massive spoiler. I mean, we had already invested that hour and a half.
Yeah.
I was pretty pissed. So I mean, what would you have done, Todd, if one of your friends just ruins a movie like that?
At that point, like an hour and a half in, especially if it's something nobody in the group has seen,
correct,
I probably would have kicked him out or just done something to intentionally not invite him the next time there's a movie. Because I'm sort of like, people are too butthurt over what constitutes a spoiler these days.
Yeah,
you know, like especially with like say like a Star Wars movie or a Marvel movie, where there's like one little detail and they're like, "That's a spoiler." It's like, it's not a spoiler if they put it in the trailer.
Right. You know?
Like, sorry.
I don't watch trailers.
Yeah. It's things like that. And especially to like, I don't know. People get so worked up over what is a spoiler and what isn't. But if you're skipping ahead and reading the Wikipedia entry for the movie and you're like, I don't know. Was he trying to get you to stop watching it? What movie was it?
So it was Orphan. Have you ever seen Orphan?
I haven't.
Yeah. So I mean, I can say the spoiler on the Toddcast now. It's basically like
if anyone out there is about to watch The Orphan, spoiler alert coming in.
Skip ahead 30 seconds or something. But it's basically like where it's like this little orphan, like a family adopts an orphan, but you end up like finding out right at the end, like she's actually like this like 40, 50-year-old person, just like in a smaller body that's like out to like kill
like,
this
Benjamin Button, but
what was this? 2009?
It was something weird like that. And I've
stupid.
Yeah, it was. I never watched a movie with that person again, though.
Like ruining a movie like that's annoying. And
it was produced by Leonardo DiCaprio.
Was it really?
Yeah. Come on, Leo.
His friends call him L.
L Dog.
If you're in his posse, it's L.
L.
One thing though too that just really grates my cheese is is any texting in a movie or anything like that. Like I'm somebody who actually yell at somebody in the theater if they're texting, or like you just do something like super passive aggressive. And, when we saw The Hangover in theaters, this dude was sitting next to us was with a couple of chicks, and they were like taking selfies during the movie. And we're getting up like so many times. And then I leaned to my wife. I'm like, this dude's like Mango and he's really tripping me out. And then ended up and Chris Kattan, the Saturday Night Live guy, Mango and Saturday Night Live. And as we were walking out of the movie, and he was like real wiry too. He's a little dude, but wiry, like a wrestler / like chimp, like one of those ones who like rip your face off. And I was like, okay, well, if I get a fight with Chris Kattan in the lobby, he might, I got some quick reflexes, whatever.
It's probably coked up.
Oh no, they totally were. That's
You have to. Chris Kattan. I mean, if you've seen Night at the Roxbury,
as we were walking out of the movie, just I can do a really good job of just playing dumb, and I was just like, sort of like acting, like, oh, it's Chris Kattan. I'm like, man, that movie was so funny. Like, I bet you wish you were in that, huh? Like,
I bet you wish you were good enough to be in that movie, Chris Kattan.
I'm like, what's the most obnoxious thing I can say to Chris Kattan?
Yeah.
For
I think you should have gotten a fight with him. That'd have been pretty sweet.
Yeah. We saw Black
I think you could take him.
So we saw Black Panther at the Chinese theater. Almost got into it with a lady who was like texting right in the middle of like the final scenes.
Oh no!
Like across the aisle, and it's like opening weekend and the best movie theater in the world. And this lady's there with her family, and I threw a thing of popcorn over at her and hit her, got her to whatever. And then like leaving, I ended up feeling bad because it was a total Larry David situation. Where I'm like, thanks for ruining the movie. Like, you can put your phone down, like, whatever. And the dad was like, I'm like, okay, her husband's going to throw a punch, whatever. But it was the kid who got vicious. Like, leave my mom alone. I'm like, sorry. Like,
how dare you?
Personal. So,
goodness.
Don't throw popcorn at his mom.
Yeah, no, exactly. But, but I was the one in the wrong, you know.
You were.
She just waited to start looking at her phone until, what's the guy's name? Not Black Panther, but Killmonger. Like, during his death scene, she's like, oh, got my phone. And
well, I mean,
spotlight.
That's the best time to, she's trying to just reply back. She was on Tinder. She had a Tinder message.
Running a side piece with her husband.
Yeah, it's the best time to check your Tinder messages is in the premiere of Black Panther.
Yes.
That's what I've always said.
Jeez, all right.
No, I think that makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever had a movie spoiled.
I've had milk
off the top of my head, it's milk spoiled.
It'd be like, it's shitty though. Like, sorry, I didn't mean to swear.
No, it is.
It's crappy that they had to ruin it with 30 minutes to go.
Yeah, it was like 5 minutes later, the reveal happened. It was like,
if you'd have just
that would have been so much more shocking if you didn't just read it off the Wikipedia page.
Prematurely spoiling it.
This is what happens.
I'll do that with movies I get bored with and just be like, okay, what's gonna happen?
Yeah,
like, that's it. Good, but that's kind of messing it up. You know?
Yeah,
just walk up to random people in there and just be like, hey, this is what happens next, and just leave.
Oh god,
just be a real jerk. Just be a phantom spoiler of every movie. Just research it and then go in the theater and just tell everybody and then leave.
Just make a big announcement and run.
Yeah.
Walk with a megaphone.
Just time it right before and then just deuce out. Just you would be on the news.
I've got the power.
We were kids. The movie Parenthood. Have you guys ever seen that?
No.
It was the movie that the TV series was based on. Steve Martin, Rick Moranis.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I was for some reason the Parent Trap with Lindsay Lohan.
Not the Parent Trap, but some buddies and I from like our middle school like YMCA basketball team, the movie theater in our town, one of them was right next to the Y. So we went to Parenthood for like the third time after basketball practice one night and ended up in the back of the theater just like making a bunch of just obnoxious like fart noises and stuff, just being little jerks. And then
that's what you do as a kid.
Like somebody actually came up to yell at us to shut up during the movie, and then afterwards we got out and we were kind of like, and somebody's mom wasn't on time to pick us up, so we had to just sit there where everybody who was in the theater yelled at us on their
oh no.
It's so awkward. Maybe like 30 couples on dates for like date night and 3 7th graders. Just so they're like, these are the kids.
That's what they get for going to see Parenthood on a date night.
Yeah.
That's not a date night movie. I mean, it's
kind of like the movie was.
It's all right.
Comedy, though. It it's different than the TV show. But main carryover on the TV show is the same family name. So it's sort of like inspired by it. But like Steve Martin was like the main dad, and Rick Moranis was cool. So good times. Keanu Reeves was in it, so he was a drag racer. So,
I was gonna have that Keanu.
Yeah, this was like right around Bill and Ted Keanu. Like early Keanu.
That's good Keanu.
Little young Keanu. So.
So don't spoil movies.
No.
Don't do that, people.
Yeah, and speaking of date nights, I think, Brad, you know what happens on date nights.
It's time to prod Todd.
Oh. Buy him a drink. Buy him a drink, please.
Oh, it's time to prod Todd. This is a series of random questions, and we're going to fire it right off. Gosh.
Right off.
Would you rather
Okay.
Feed ducks at a pond or go to a dentist appointment?
Ooh.
Real classic.
Well, this is actually a tough question.
It is.
Because I've only had 3 dentists in my life, and I'm kind of like, I've gotten good terms with all of them.
Okay.
So, like, still keep in touch with like my childhood dentist, which is pretty
nice.
Good. It could be a good chance to catch up with Dr. Waters, if he's back home in Nebraska, or
shout out.
Like, Dr. Chris Waters.
Shout out.
My dentist here is Dr. Bae, like this super hot Korean dentist. and it lasted next day.
Shout out.
I would probably go with
Shout
Duck
out.
Pond because I grew up living near a park that had a duck pond, and I'd actually
duck pond.
as a kid. So.
I'm a big fan of duck ponds.
With like a loaf of bread, they're your friend.
Yeah.
Bit by one.
Yeah, you seem like you're one with nature. I mean, you and Little Nuts, you and Little Beak, and we could just have a good time.
Yeah.
No,
I'd go with the ducks on the pond. So.
But
I like it.
But you have to know. I saw a meme the other day that said you're not supposed to give ducks bread. Is that a real thing? Do you know this, Michael?
I do not. Why?
Yeah, their bodies are not built for bread, I guess. Like you're supposed to make them like this like seed concoction or something.
What?
Yeah, like ducks are very picky.
You got to go with the white bread. Give them the Wonder Bread. That's totally.
I was gonna get them like some honey wheat.
They need the gluten-free bread, probably, or something like that.
Ducks have gluten allergies. Okay, here's what you're supposed to feed ducks instead of bread: grapes cut in half.
Interesting.
Cool.
Cracked corn, barley, or birdseed, or frozen peas.
The frozen peas is a weird one.
Yeah, frozen peas. Oh, it says defrost them, but you don't have to cook them. So just throw a bag of just frozen peas out there. They're like,
it's a nice pack. Come on. They're right by the LA River. That's like right down the street from us. And there's a bike path on there. And the ducks along the river are gnarly. Like they're like you'll see like there's been some weird like crossbreeding and mutations happening down there. LA River is not like a real river. It's like it's been a road from Greece, but like with enough water for like ducks and stuff. And you'll see ducks with like fighting chicken heads up there. Like, so wacky. So it's like like fighting cocks get dropped off.
I don't condone feeding those ones then.
Yeah, no, they come after you and you're on
they eat children.
Give me your crack corn.
They're crack addicted. Give me crack corn. Jimmy did crack corn. Well, here we go. In the song, X Gon' Give It To You.
Yes.
Are you familiar with this song?
I am.
What exactly is DMX going to give? Do you know?
I'm going to say the Big D.
and what do you mean by the Big D?
His man parts.
I thought, okay, well, X is beware, everybody.
Yeah,
I think X is going to give it to you.
I think that's what it would be. Get a little all
right
there. So
see, I thought it was like I thought he had like this nice like fruit like basket or something. Yeah. He seems like a genuinely good guy. Like you just moved in next to him. He's like, he shows up. He's like, X gonna give it to you, and then he hands you like a nice fruit basket.
Yeah.
Instead of his man parts.
Yeah, no, but I like that the lyrics of his songs are really like, oh, he's singing about prison sex. Things like
yes. And he indeed. Good old DMX.
Yeah.
All right. Well.
All right. I'll pull us out of this question.
Please, pull out, man.
Pull out. Oh, poor phrasing.
Oh no.
Oh no. All right. So, has anyone actually grown wings after drinking Red Bull?
No, but you've grown the ability to do some stupid things. So how about that?
So basically, they're false advertisement by them.
Yeah, it would.
Okay.
Be. So I think it would be. But can I tell you about a drink we made up one football season for the Cornhuskers?
Yes.
That involved Red
Do
Bull.
it now.
Back when they had Tommy Armstrong as a quarterback. I don't know if you guys remember him.
Yes.
5 years ago, he was a guy.
Yeah.
He could throw the ball 80 yards down the field, but could not hit.
It would not be close to anything. Yeah.
So what Husker fans called it was the YOLO bomb. So we made up a drink that was a shot of tequila, vodka, whiskey mixed with Red Bull, and that was a YOLO bomb. And
I like it.
For an entire football season, the night before a game, I would do a live stream on video on my Husker specific social media account of doing a YOLO bomb to
Nice.
Mojo going, and it sucks so bad.
I condone of that. I think everyone out there, if you should try a yellow bomb. What was that recipe again?
It is, you get a shot of tequila, vodka, and I take it back. I screwed up because I haven't had one.
Oh no,
Tommy graduated. It's tequila, vodka, Jägermeister, Red Bull.
Okay, sounds like a party.
Yeah, so that's a YOLO bomb.
That sounds like something.
Yeah. Sounds like something X would give to you.
Yeah.
Does the YOLO bomb give you wings?
Really bad stomach ache. Especially if you take it on an empty stomach.
Gives you indigestion.
Yeah. And if
Perfect.
you order in a bar, a lot of times you have to order at our Husker bar, you'd have to order the ingredients separate and mix it on your own because they're like, for legal reasons, they're like, we're not making it.
You have to sign a waiver to drink this.
Yeah. Can you bring me a shot of Red Bull, a shot of Jaeger, and a shot of tequila and a Red Bull and an empty glass, please?
Just for my own personal, reasons. Yeah.
Huh. But Husker bar was split with Ohio State and Miami fans, so it's kind of it was fun when it lasted. So
yeah,
we moved to a new spot. So now there's no football.
So, are you a tattooed man? Do you have any tattoos? No. Well, if you had to get a tattoo right now, what would it be? You have to.
I don't know.
Right now,
let me think of that. God,
DMX is standing right next to you, and if you don't get the tattoo, he's gonna give it to you.
Have you guys seen Cobra Kai on Netflix yet?
Yes. I've watched a couple episodes of it.
So you're not far enough to where Lip becomes Hawk?
No, I'm like 3 in.
Get a or maybe a full body tattoo of C-3PO would be kind of badass.
I have none, but I'm gonna get a full body.
I went from
get a dumb no, because I don't know. It just popped in my head.
I like the C-3PO one. Would you get like a full voice box reconstruction as well, where you just
mask,
just the mask now?
No,
so face tattoo.
Yeah, no face tattoo. Keep it off the face.
Yeah.
So and this COVID beard is good time. I usually don't look like Hillbilly Jim.
It looks nice. It's a good look.
Thank you. So
you're welcome.
Days are getting numbered. So waiting for my wife to tell me to shave it. So
don't do it. Never do that
until she says whatever. So
I mean, it's almost November, so you're almost
you're almost there.
Yeah. Almost locked in another month.
And then you got December.
Yeah.
So you get to keep it in December.
Oh yeah.
No, we're set.
Yeah, you're pretty much you're set for like the next 6 months at least. So
okay, cool. Might be
congrats
to your parents again. House of this thing. Parents are very prim and proper.
Yeah.
So who would win in a fight? Would it be Will Ferrell in a tuxedo, or Tom Brady in crossing guard attire?
What's the fit of Will Ferrell's tuxedo like? Are we talking like an action tux or something with tails that could get caught in things?
Yeah, it's got tails. Like it's fancy. And Tom Brady has the what does a crossing guard wear? I guess like the vest and has the gloves.
And a stop sign.
I don't think no weapons.
I would give it. I'm gonna give it the edge to Will Ferrell just because he's a bigger guy than you think. He's a pretty big guy, and he's got the craziness to fight through any pain. And Tom Brady is enough of a pretty boy that if a face shot landed, he would get really upset and quit.
I think Will Ferrell can land some face shots.
He seems like somebody who a couple quick shots to the face and he's out.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you cut a lip, he's done.
Yeah.
And he's probably upset. Tom Brady, Will Ferrell could make Tom Brady cry in a fight.
Oh yeah.
That's my final answer.
Do you think we'll ever see that in our lifetime? Is Will Ferrell versus Tom Brady in a fight?
That would be amazing. I'd actually pay like pay-per-view money to watch.
Yeah, why did they not have these where they just pick two random celebrities, like they put all the celebrities in a hat and just pull two out and make them fight for charity or something?
A reboot of like Battle of the Network Stars, like when they do.
I was thinking of Celebrity Deathmatch, which was like the claymation one.
Yeah.
But yeah, they don't have to die. I don't think it's to the death.
No,
because then we're just trimming Hollywood.
Get some of the I got actually the last time. I'm not much of a brawler, but the last time I got in a fight was at a friend's party.
Was it with a celebrity?
There were some future celebrities in the crowd. But
yes. I keep forgetting you're in LA, so yeah, that happens.
There's like a couple people there were some future celebrities. It was like all these comics and everything, and gosh, what was it? It was the last time I ever actually threw a punch. Nice. My friend, she was having a party. Somebody spilled wine on her couch, and she kicked him. She's like, "I don't know who you are. Get out of my party!" And the guy got like all aggro on her, and I don't know what happened, but I was like, "Dude, just go, leave, whatever." And he got like all kind of swelling up like that thing, and then he just punched me out of nowhere, and I couldn't believe I didn't fall over. So because it was like a real punch. And just somewhere in the back of my brain was a voice that just said, "Do what Patrick Swayze would do."
Yes.
And I grabbed the back of his shirt, like hockey fight style, started wailing on it.
Yes.
Buddy I went to the party with was already making out with some chick, and like sees me fighting this guy, like pulls his tongue out of her mouth and jumps on his back. And we'd been at this party for like 15 minutes, and the dude ended up like just getting like shoved out the door, and I don't know how I just didn't like collapse in a heap of like, "Oh my God, I got punched in the face." But, an actor dude was there. Was like, "Dude, why did you do that? He could have kept punching you, and you could have messed up your face." It's like, I don't know, but that's what I was like.
Could have messed up your face.
Like the actor kind of thing of like, I can't take any face shots.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Anyway,
that's true.
15 years ago was the last time I threw a punch at somebody.
Well, you're overdue. So
yeah. So it's a good time.
Yeah. So watch out, everyone. Watch out there.
Hit you in the top of the head.
Yeah. Next time Todd's at a party,
steer clear.
Yeah.
Run.
Time bomb. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess we'll round this one out with.
Did that make that too awkward?
We always. We'll see. All right. So here's a question: would you rather?
Yes.
Fill your pockets with spaghetti every time someone says your name, or offer someone spaghetti from your pockets every time they approach you?
So with the filling, I just be like having overflowing spaghetti?
Well, it depends on if someone says your name.
And is this cooked? Is this spaghetti cooked?
Yes, it is it's cooked. It's not stiff noodles. It's like it's squiggly angel hair. You've got some sauce, meaty sauce, and you got a couple meatballs in there too.
A little Parmesan on top as well.
Yeah. I think I actually offer it to people.
Yeah, just like from your pockets.
Freak them out.
They would stop approaching you pretty quick.
Yeah, it would be the first time I've sold food out of, or like given away food out of my clothing. When I was a little kid, I got a T-shirt that was a gumball machine, and it had a pocket for money.
Nice.
And a pocket for gumballs, and I walked around the mall in our hometown trying to sell gumballs out of my shirt.
I like it. Well, in this concept, you could just replace it with meatballs and just have like a pocket full of meatballs.
I want that shirt back.
Actually, I think I would get meatballs from a meat. Like if they had like a gumball machine filled with meatballs.
Yeah,
I think I would eat meatballs out of that.
That would be kind of awesome, actually.
It would be
that would be out here. There's a cupcake a shop called Sprinkles that has an after hours ATM. Which
for the cupcakes, right?
Yeah, for cupcakes, and it's like a $4 cupcake, but it's awesome because you're like,
I've heard of that.
So,
and see, like this
meatball ATM,
we should have a meatball ATM. Like the amount of times I'm walking through the street with like just a plate of spaghetti, and I'm like, I wish I had some freaking meatballs for this. Like, it happens way too much, and I'm sure everyone out there is listening has been in this situation.
Subway? and just seeing if they'd slide you a couple.
Ooh.
Put a bucket
slide me some balls, S-Way.
These are the best
Meatball. Yeah.
Meatball sub. That's when you're like trying to live the high life for $6.
Yeah, but imagine walking. I guess I'm trying to put myself in the situation of encountering someone. You just walk up to them, and they just pull a heap of just meat, like spaghetti, out of their pockets. Like, would you accept it if someone handed it to you, or what would you do? Like, slap it out of their hand? Because that'd be a real jerk move. Yeah, that'd be like, thank you for offering me this. Slap on the ground.
Yeah, okay.
But no, like,
could I provide now? Because could the spaghetti be in a bag, like a baggie?
Bag of spaghetti,
or it's straight pocket lint included?
Okay, here's. It can be in a bag if you remove your pockets and replace it with a Ziploc bag. Yeah,
I totally do that.
But
it's a good ice.
If you give that away, you now have you're pocketless on that side.
That's okay.
So you can touch your thigh.
Yeah, it's fine. I don't really care much.
Okay. I didn't know if you were a pocket, except for spaghetti.
Yeah, it's like I don't even have a house key, so I'm fine. Like,
I don't even have a door either. So screw doors.
Oh no,
I don't even wear pants.
Our front door is digital, so it's like so weird. Like we have in our car it's like one of those things that looks like a little remote control for the key.
Oh man.
So
You're like the Jetsons.
Yeah, I don't have much to carry in my pocket, so I'd be okay with that.
He's flexing. He's flexing all that pocket room he has on us.
Huh.
All right. Well.
Yeah, this is.
I'm speechless. At this question. I think it's time for the next one.
Wrong answers only.
Sound like a freaking Disney character there.
Yeah.
Sound like Porky the Pig.
You look like him as well.
All right, I don't know how to do that. All right, so wrong answers only. This is a segment where we're just going to ask you to give the wrong answer only to the question that we ask. So what does the acronym DTF mean?
Here we go. Don't take French fries.
All right.
Cool.
DTF. Don't take French fries. DTFF. Down. Don't take French fries.
Don't take fries. So,
yeah, don't take fries.
There we go.
Actually,
I would use that. I mean, like, you know, when you like, you get your fast food meal and like your friends coming up and they think they can snag a fry off your.
No, it's I ran to Chick-fil-A the other day to get lunch for my wife. She's a big Chick-fil-A fan, and I did steal a couple of fries on the way home. That was the handling fee.
Yeah,
she's not going to notice they're missing. So
man. No, DTF. You were DTF at that time.
Yeah,
DTF. You were DTF.
Chicken sandwich in the middle of the day.
Oh man, can't even. Yeah, I think that's what I've always heard it as. Never heard it as anything else. So good job.
Do you guys ever get the aspirational curly fry? Is it Jack in the Box?
Arby's?
We have Arby's. Yeah, Arby's. It'll just make its way in there.
Yeah, you're like, order the regular fries because you really don't want to spend that extra 15 cents on the curly fries, but then they throw one in there anyway to give you something to dream about. Like,
it's great.
Okay,
keep it coming back.
Yeah, like you pull out the box and you can like hear it, like you hear the sound of like, at the bottom. You just dig down there and it's just like light shoots out and it's just amazing. It's so good.
How often do you guys go to Waffle House?
I wish more often.
Yeah, I can't remember. I haven't been drunk at 3 a.m. in a long time, so that usually equates to Waffle House visits.
Nice. I was just flashing back to when we were in North Carolina last year, and there's a Waffle House across from our hotel, and I went right when a shift change was happening, so I ended up getting like a mountain of hash browns just out of nowhere, and I'm like, I'm putting you down. I don't know.
That's where it's at. I mean,
I do that sometimes. I look through my camera roll, like all the food I've crushed over the years.
Oh man,
you just have like a folder food I've eaten.
Yeah.
I like it.
Love Waffle House.
Well, I guess we'll keep rolling with the wrong answers only. So finish this quote. It's from a movie.
Okay.
May the force be.
May the force be avoided?
I could just imagine that in the movie. May the force be avoided.
If you think about it, anybody in Star Wars, anybody who's been empowered with the force has a whole string of problems happen.
That's true.
If you're a force user, there's a good chance you're going to lose a limb.
So it's more of a cautionary tale at this point. Like, may the force be avoided.
You really want to be the one to deal with this. Like, you're going to find out you're related to somebody you don't want to be related to, or,
All right, so for the next one, explain the plot of the movie E.T. for us.
Okay. Like, but wrong.
Yes, wrong.
Ooh.
Got it. Sorry. It's almost a question.
No one's got you good.
The plot of E.T. is that government agents finally have an alien land on Earth and they fail to contain it.
Fair enough.
The government's outsmarted by a kid.
What does ET stand for?
Extra tortellini.
Extra tortellini.
Yo, this movie, Extra Tortellini by Cisco.
This is about
Cisco
a waiter
love that.
who hooks it up. You're just like, tortellini on there. So.
Yeah, that's better than what my mind was saying. So,
what would you have done?
No, sir.
All right. Well,
I hit my face on the microphone.
I would have got it. Mine would have been enlarged testicle.
Yeah, mine was ejaculating turtle. So,
oh dang, you guys are.
Ours are on ours are on the dark web.
Oh man,
Extra tortellini was much more mild than where we were going.
I actually have a friend who had extra testicles.
Just how
many?
6. He had 4 extras.
6?
He had 6 extras, and basically they never descended or disintegrated. And he was staying over at a friend's house, who's luckily his friend's dad was a doctor. He had this really bad abdominal pain, and they took him to the ER, and he had a chain of 6 undescended testicles that calcified and were pinching him.
Yo, he had nuts on deck.
Apparently, that's how it works. But as your embryo develops, they go away, and his never did. And so they went from the 2 biggest ones were like small grapes, and they went down to like pea size. That was like trivia. Like, you want to get to know me?
That's insane.
God.
I had a buddy in high school that had 3, but not 6. And the third one actually, the third one actually descended, and it was hanging out with the other 2. So
when you guys played dodgeball in gym class, were you like trying to take nut shots?
Oh yeah, that's all. He was just all balls.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Shout out.
Oh man. All right, so extra tortellini. On to the next segment.
That's odd, Todd.
That's odd, Todd. This has been nothing short of odd. So let's just continue to keep it rolling.
So far, or
it's been insightful. We'll say that it's been pretty intense.
Intense, okay.
Intense.
Yeah, intense. Like I'm sweaty right now. I don't know what's happening next.
Okay.
And to kind of build on that suspense, it's now time for you to give us the 2 truths and 1 lie.
Okay. You guys ready?
Oh, we're so ready. So sweaty.
All right. Rowdy Piper put me in a sleeper hold.
Oh.
Bill Murray put me in a headlock.
Oh gosh.
And Mike D from the Beastie Boys borrowed my newspaper at a car wash.
Okay, so
wow,
bunch of encounters with some known people.
Yeah,
you got a Canadian wrestler. You've got what?
Good call.
One of the coolest people ever.
Knowing Rowdy Piper's history. But he wasn't really from Glasgow, Scotland.
Yeah. Yeah. You said Bill Murray.
Headlock.
So
with the headlock.
Headlock by Bill Murray and Beastie Boy Encounter newspaper.
Yep.
Which member?
Mike D.
Okay.
Oh. Wow. I don't know. Why would Bill Murray put you in a headlock, you know?
Why wouldn't he though? Like, do you see his face? Like that neck.
Talking about Todd's face?
Yeah, he's got that headlockable face.
What? Like somebody I want to punch.
Just something about your face.
Oh man,
bothers me.
No, okay. Okay, so Roddy Piper, he died. He lived in LA. He was a wrestler.
No, I know that, but what did he do to Todd? What was the encounter?
Sleeper hold.
Yeah, sleeper hold.
Finishing move.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
He died in LA.
Mm-hmm.
He lived in LA, I would assume.
Yeah,
I assume all these people have been in LA at some point in their life.
Yeah, no problem.
The one, I guess I'm gonna go with Bill Murray because he's just so cool. Like, I don't know. And he doesn't seem like he would headlock people. He seems like he would be an uppercutting kind of guy. Like, I don't think he would just headlock you. He would uppercut you.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be a weird. That's the one encounter that just, tingles the senses, as they
so tingly,
as they say. So I'm gonna lock in. I'm gonna back Brad here.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm backing you up, even though yeah. All right, so we're locking in, I think, with Bill Murray headlock. That's some BS.
Give us them words.
Roddy Piper did not put me in a sleeper hold.
What? So
we're epic failures. We had a lot of detail behind that one.
I tried to change it up on you that I led with the lie.
Smart.
You did good. So tell us about we need to hear these encounters.
Well, Rowdy, I knew a little bit, like in real. A comic buddy of mine was his comedy mentor when Rowdy got into stand-up.
Yeah.
So I got to hang out with him a few times, and it was really surreal because growing up, I was a Jimmy Snuka fan.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you guys have seen the Piper's Pit segment where Rowdy breaks coconuts over Jimmy Snuka's head. But that was like one of the top 5 like childhood scarring moments. So it's like the surrealness of like I'm hanging out with somebody who tormented me as a child. Piper was the nicest guy.
That's wild. So he would not do that move on you. Like you and him had good encounters.
He would do it. Like at the comedy store, he would actually sleeper hold people out of the audience.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
Like because it's just the sleeper hold's a real hold, which blew your. It's just that artery right down the side of your neck. You cut that off, you're out, and he could do it. But no, Piper was awesome. Bill Murray. When I first moved to LA, I worked at a bike shop as like a day job. And sold him a bike, and we ended up like totally throwing down. So he put me in and it was like 5 beating him, he was dragging me around the store in a headlock. Yeah.
What?
Like a buddy at work was like, I don't know what happened, but I looked up and there's Bill Murray just dragging you across the store by your head. So,
what the heck?
But
that's insane.
And he brought me a sandwich. So that was cool.
Sandwich.
Give me a shoulder. We went from a headlock to I got a shoulder rub, and then he brought me a turkey sandwich when he came back to pick up the bike he bought.
Yo, shout out Bill Murray.
Yeah, he's a cool guy. And then
sounds like it. Turkey sandwiches and headlocks and back massages. Like that's good. It's an intense evening.
Yeah, it's another day at the office. So
yeah, typical run-in with the Beamer.
Yeah,
is that what they call him, Beamer?
I don't know if he's ever got that one.
I don't think anyone ever calls him Beamer.
Never had a nickname. Yeah,
I'm sure they should.
So
Bill Murray,
and then the Beastie Boys.
Mike D and I were both waiting for our cars at the Vermont Hand Car Wash, and I was reading the LA Times. And when I finished the sports section, I heard this voice like, "Hey man, if you're done with sports, could I read it?" And I looked over, and I about shit my pants right there. I like realized, sorry, I just swore again. I didn't mean.
Oh, you're good.
I realized, like, at that moment, I realized how 14-year-old girls could actually scream at Justin Bieber. Because on the other side, I'm just like, and then I'm like,
that's crazy.
Hey, Mike Dino just hanging out at a car wash on a weekday afternoon.
You have such that's insane.
But he took the sports section. I was like, cool, man, big fan. Just left it at that. So
you didn't like bombard him with stuff.
Yeah,
you were respectful.
Yeah, I let him know.
It's kind of crazy. Yeah, it's crazy how some people will just like just be crazy over stuff. Like if they encounter celebrities, it's like, oh, sign this, do this, do this, do this.
Oh, no, it's like I do during normal times. I do a lot of like red carpet correspondence stuff.
Yeah,
so, like, if there's a movie premiere, I'll be like somebody like asking the questions and stuff, and just on the red carpet line, and that's a pretty sweet gig. But there's this whole subculture of collectors in LA who will show up to these events like hours before with like a stack of headshots of every event here and stuff. And they're just so like, sign that. Like, it's so creepy to see these people work, just like, because they're not even wolves. They're just going to sell it. So
exactly. Yeah.
But then
they're jerks.
People get like really aggressive if they don't get their stuff signed. So that's
that's kind of like how they make their money. They just flip them. They go to these events, get these autographs, and just flip them.
Yeah,
they spend $5 on the headshot and sell it for $150.
Yeah,
and they get they're jerks.
And I've seen a couple people like celebrity types just let people have it too when they're being old, so that's been fun. But
if I was I would never sign them.
Yeah, so
I'm not going to whenever I'm there at the red carpet. No autographs.
Not signing Toddcast autographs.
Yeah, we will not.
Ridiculous.
That's and just like dear eBay purchaser just to ruin it.
Yes. Just to I guess circle it back. Bill Murray has one nickname listed on IMDb, and it's Billy the Hurricane.
That makes no sense. That's made up.
It's on IMDb. Bill, if you're listening, let us know if this is an actual nickname of yours because we're not buying it.
Okay. That's fun. I don't know anybody who would ever call him that.
It doesn't have an origination where it came from. It says birth name William James Murray and nicknames Billy the Hurricane.
That makes no sense. Are you guys Bill Murray fans or?
I think it's illegal to say you're not a Bill Murray fan.
You can be
I enjoy some Bill Murray.
Yeah,
I'd say I lean more towards enjoy. I'm not like number one fan.
Okay,
but
no, that's fine.
No, I'm like top 10.
Top 10. Okay,
top 10. Like at least top 100 actors.
So we suck.
We lost. So we suck. We lost. But
and I have the video elements interesting because I sometimes don't think I have a good poker face. So.
You did great.
Notes based on the segment, so it was like right there. So I'm like, don't act like you're reading this. Get in a robot mode.
You're so tricky.
So
man. Well, now we're gonna ask you for a little bit of advice in our next segment.
In Todd, we trust.
Boom, boom, boom.
All right, we lost, so you can lie to us, but we still trust you.
Okay.
I don't.
For the most part.
I don't know. Yeah. We've discussed this is probably a weird timing for this segment. Right after you lie to us, we're like, we ask advice from you and tell you we trust you.
It teaches the listeners that we can forgive and still trust. You can move past things.
This is deep.
It is.
It's very.
And so let's just get deep, Todd.
Give us a piece of advice.
All right, this is practical advice.
Ooh.
This is functional, practical advice for
the best kind.
When the normal times resume. If you're ever traveling on Southwest Airlines, this is too random.
Oh Lord! No, I like it.
I'm excited to see where this goes.
Oh no,
I use Southwest a lot, so
you do. Okay,
yes.
So my wife hates it. When I fly by myself, it's my favorite airline because you know exactly what you're getting.
Oh yeah.
They don't make any illusions what the experience is going to be.
This is what it is.
Yeah. So my travel hack is you check in at the exact 24 hours beforehand before flight. So you get boarding group A, right? Mm-hmm. You lock down the suite boarding group, and then when you get on the plane, when you board the plane, go back to the last row and get a seat there. So what happens is if the flight's not full, you're going to get a row to yourself. You can spread out. Or if the flight's full, you're going to be entertained because the people sitting next to you are the ones who didn't have their lives together. And that's an early so human disaster. So you're going to be entertained if you have to sit next to
you get a flight and a show. So, yeah.
Wow.
So it's like either you've got a 50-50 chance of getting a row to yourself or you're going to be